This engine's been sitting for 12 months. Will she start? It's a supercharged Detroit diesel 471. We run it once a year. It's at the local Anne Arundel County Fair. Welcome to Wayne's World Garage. We're at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. We're going to start up this Detroit diesel 471 supercharged engine today. At least that's what the plan is. But before we start the engine, it's time to change out the bits on the saw. The bits are replaceable things which we can sharpen. Last year, John Clark, a.k.a. Frickin' Jeep, came down, spent 2 hours helping us try and resurrect and sharpen them. And of course, the first log we sawed, we hit metal. So let's swap them out and check them out. The old ones are toast. All right. Well, here we are. We got Tom and Alan changing the bits out. John Clark will be so happy. We got brand new bits in this thing, which means we will hit metal within 10 seconds of operating it. And then we'll see how that goes, right? Last year, we didn't change these out. John Clark spent a lot of time changing them out. This year, we'll change every one of them out. They're definitely worn out. And we've learned worn out bits make the saw run very poorly. So I'm optimistic this saw is going to cut like a big dog very well. So last year, the guys at BH Payne in Georgia sold us some new bits for the saws at the park and the saws at the fair. So it's time to change out the bits on this 56-inch saw we have at the fair. Turns out they also sent us, because we bought it, a special tool to remove the bits. We've got another one of these tools, but they're older. The newer one does work pretty well. But these bits have been inside of this saw for I don't know how many years. They're rusted in pretty well. Tom and Alan are doing a great job here. And what we're doing, so once you pull each bit out, we want to wire brush it, put some WD-40 on it, and put the new one in. And as we've learned, you don't want to take all the bits out at once. You've got to take out one at a time. Otherwise, the belt's going to lose its tension and not be quite as round as it used to be. Apparently so, anyway. In order to save you from a lot of pain, this is a big project. I believe this thing has 52 bits on it because it's a 56-inch saw. It's non-trivial and it takes a lot of time. Additionally, these bits, I'll bet, have been here at least 10 years. They're in horrible shape. I'll try and get a better picture of the ones we have on there, but they're in miserable shape. Some of them are really, really hard to pull out. Tom and Alan are doing a great job. It takes almost 2 hours to change all these bits out. Finally, after we get the bits changed out, we'll get a chance to try and fire up this engine. Before we do that, though, we've got to look at the drag line. And the drag line, as you recall, sits in dirt and mud all year round, so we have to spend some time oiling it. After we oil it up, we spin it a little bit slowly, we get the thing going. As I said before, these bits have been on the saw for at least 5-10 years, haven't been changed in a long time. Besides being worn out, they're rusted in place. And that's why Tom and Alan are wire brushing all of the shanks and the saw where they go and put some WD-40 on them. Sadly, one of these bits is really giving us problems. So we put a little bit of a cheater bar on the tool. Even this cheater bar on here, Tom can't get this thing out quite yet. But we'll finally have success. I ended up hitting it with a hammer to maybe break it free a little bit. And then Tom gets it from the other side. So that's the way to get it done.
And
did you bang the hell out of it in this other direction?
They used to this tenant work in the machine shop here. They did this one. It's this one here, right? So let's where's that hammer? The big hammer. Where's that big hammer?
You get stuck bolts and stuck nuts. You know what I mean? They're coming out. No good.
Well, let's shoot the shit out of it a little bit.
Oh, you hit the tube.
This one here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna hit the tubes, yeah.
I know, yeah. Well, I'm hoping it'll vibrate down to it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you
Want to come lower?
Yeah, yeah.
Every week, we had to go to the doctor
I think take that one, I'll take a zipper tool and just zip it out. We got extra bits.
Okay, I wanna go.
And assume it's gonna go to hell, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
If you don't mind,
You didn't give up on that one yet?
along over here. That's, I meant the two of you working alone,
Yep.
without me. Without me,
Yeah, that's gonna be.
all right. Every time you get a pile, gotta make
Got it.
a pile.
I loosened it for you. Perfect.
I know you.
Now I've lost.
Here's the Detroit diesel engine which powers this sawmill, the Frick. I think it's a Model Lot sawmill. It's a 471. It's supercharged. 4 cylinders, 71 cubic inches per cylinder. We're going to take the covers off the air filters up top. Pete's probably already checked the oil. It usually fires up instantly, but what we'll do is we'll crank it over a little bit just to get it lubricated with the fuel flow turned off, and then we'll let go of that, and we'll see how she runs. Optimistically, she'll start. First time in 12 months. Pete, are you ready? All right, well, let's see if she cranks over a little bit. Ready? Alan, you ready? Yeah. We're just going to crank it. Shouldn't start. It'll just take a second. What we're trying to do is...
Hold on a second, I'll let go.
Go ahead, let go. I can do it again. Tell me when you're ready, Pete. We're just getting a little bit of flow through it, you know? And Pete's holding the rack closed, so...
All right.
You ready? You ready again? All right, so you want to let go, Pete, and then we'll see what it does. Well, obviously the engine started up right well. It took less than a second to get it going. We also got the drag link working, as you can see on the right hand side. Pete now is looking at the saw blade. We changed all the bits in it. We being Alan and Tom for the most part. And that thumbs up means it's doing okay. So what you want to do is we need to get this thing up to speed, about 600 RPM for this saw. And when it's at 600 RPM, we want to make sure it's not flopping back and forth and wobbling and stuff like that. Also indicates the blade is hot. But this is working great. So that's it for today. Next video, we'll be sawing some more logs. And stand by for a couple weeks. We'll be at the Anne Arundel County Fair. Thanks so much for watching.